Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. I'm Hendri Setyawan from Indonesia. I'm a lecturer at the Faculty of Economics, Universitas Islam Sultan Agung Semarang. I would like to present a paper about corporate risk disclosure. So, the paper is about the role of corporate governance in corporate risk disclosure, some theoretical perspectives. We know that the topic of risk disclosure is becoming more and more popular, and some researchers have already conducted their studies on companies around the world, both in developed and in developing countries. This appreciation on corporate risk disclosure began to increase when the ICAEW, through its discussion paper, proposed that companies should disclose information about corporate risk management through annual reports. So this corporate risk disclosure is about this. The benefits of corporate risk disclosure is for shareholder protection, to increase controllability and company stability. Several researchers have linked this concept of risk disclosure with various aspects of corporate governance. There are several theoretical explanations with regard to this relationship between corporate governance factors and the risk disclosure. These theories attempt to explain and predict the phenomena of the influence of corporate governance on the extent to which the quality and the quantity of corporate risk disclosures. So we are here to discuss about the agency theory, signaling theory, resource dependence theory, proprietary cost theory, and upper echelon theory. Those are the theories that probably useful for novice researchers just like me who wish to examine the relationship between corporate governance and risk disclosure. The first one is one of the most popular theory in this field, which is agency theory. So there's a agency relationship between shareholders and managers, as well as between shareholders and debt holders. These agency problems occur due to the separation of ownership and control of the company. And this leads to the problem of information asymmetry, and in turn will lead to agency costs. What is agency cost? These are monitoring, bonding, and residual loss. Both agent and principals recognize that it may be useful to reduce this information asymmetry to mitigate agency cost. Reducing information asymmetry can be done through disclosure related to risk. So the agency theory suggests that effective corporate governance mechanism and structures will be able to overcome agency conflicts and information asymmetry between management and shareholders. The second one is signaling theory. Signaling theory is related to information asymmetry problem as well. So this theory is used to describe behavior when two parties, either individuals or organizations, have different access to information. Usually, the party sending the information must choose what and how to communicate or signal the information, and the other party, as the receiver, must choose how to interpret this signal. This signal aims to show that the organization is better than other organizations in the market. It is important because in the market they have to compete for resources. So the comprehensive risk disclosure acts as a signal from companies regarding improvement in risk management, compliance with standards and regulations, etc. The third one is resource dependence theory. From resource dependence perspective, increased commitment to CRD can increase access to crucial resources such as finance by minimizing capital and political cost through improved corporate image and reputation. And proprietary cost theory. According to Abraham and Shrives, this theory advocates that companies tend to disclose general and routine risk in their annual reports, which are not specific to the firm characteristics, rather standardized in nature, and as such have no value to the users in understanding the real picture. It urges that the disclosure information should be both specific to the company and regularly updated. Thus, the theme of this theory is that the disclosure information should be regularly updated and specific to the company. The last one is upper echelon theory. Hambrick and Mason combine two concepts from research on demography and the dominant coalition. Top management teams that have a specific demographic profile have a variety of organizational impacts. It is explained that several demographic characteristics of top management can influence strategic decision-making and performance. So the central to this theory is the idea that background and knowledge of and values of company directors have an impact on strategic decision-making. One of the strategic decision making is related with the risk reportage or risk reporting. So in conclusion, when there is no dominant theory in operation, a multi-theoretic approach is often applicable to ensure a base for study. So in the study about the relationship between corporate governance and risk disclosure, we can apply multi-theoretic approach as often seen in literatures of disclosures. Thank you.